Bramble Jam podcast.
It's Friday, October 16th. You know what you need to do? Take the day off. Yeah, wow, man. I worked way harder than you. I
measured
did
the TV.
Wacky wailing inflatable.
I saw it. I saw it.
Two-man,
I saw it.
and you measured the TV screen.
I measured the TV screen.
What was it?
I didn't look, actually.
Wow,
I didn't look,
interesting.
but thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Got a thumbs up from Brandon.
It is a distance. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome. Happy Friday to you
Friday.
and Yorn out there. Who are you? Hey, it's Shout Out Fridays. Who are we going to shout out to, Dan? Who are you giving a shout out to?
Shout out to Jimmy on the boards.
Yes.
You got one?
Yeah. Shout out to Shannon over there on the shore.
Shout out to Muggsy down by the bay.
Shout out to O'Reilly doing it his way.
Shout out to Limo making the best tamales in the game.
Shout out to Henry, who's never been the same.
Yeah, shout out to Grizzly Gormy. You know who you are.
And shout out to Max, you big little gore. Happy Friday is what we're trying to say. And what a day it is, Dan. What a day it is.
What a day.
It is National Dictionary Day.
Ooh,
National
Dictionary Day.
It's a fun one. It's a fun one.
Longest word in the dictionary? Anti-disestablishment.
Crabgrass.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism. And you know what that means, don't you?
I don't actually know what that means.
I don't either.
No.
It's you're against the disestablishment of something.
Of
I guess.
Vegetarianism.
Which is weird. Wouldn't that just be the double negatives can't? It's not important.
I agree 100%. It's
Yeah.
National Dictionary Day. We're going to talk about all sorts of fun words and things and stuff like that.
Yeah, we are.
But before we do, one fun thing you can do is by going on your internet, World Wide Web, and going to BrambleJamPlus.com.
BrambleJamPlus.com.
Signing up for that.
Yeah, that's better than the
and I
dictionary.
looked up in the dictionary. It said BrambleJamPlus.com. The description. What's it called? What does it mean? The description of the word is best deal on the web.
Definition?
The definition is best deal on the
You
web.
couldn't think of definition.
I couldn't. Fergalicious.
Fergalicious def.
Fergalicious def. Fergalicious def.
Dictionary Day.
Abby, yes, Bramble Jam
Shout out
Plus.
to Fergie.
Shout out to
Keeping it
Fergie.
real.
And shout out to J-Lo, who's getting all the best deals. National Dictionary Day, October 16th, Friday. You might be wondering to yourself, why in the world would I take a day off for dictionaries?
I have no idea why you do that.
We're going to give you some reasons. I was actually just perusing the dictionary yesterday, as I do every night.
Yeah.
I've one of my New Year's resolutions for 2020 was to make it through the whole dictionary. I'm getting close.
You're really doing it. The whole dictionary.
I'm in the T's.
You're in the T's.
I'm in the T's.
Mm.
And I was reading and all the just amazing words, and I got to one word, and it just said, "Tell you what, turn to page 24."
Wow, a lot of T's there.
And I said, "Okay."
So it said you're reading along the T's.
Yes.
Tell you what, turn to page 24.
Yeah, like it
24
was like
is gotta
try.
be in
It
the
was like
A's.
try T-Rex. Tell you what, turn to page 24.
TELL would come before, it would come before try.
Sure. What's your point?
Just keep going.
So I turned to page 24, and you won't believe what it said.
I would love to hear it.
Dan knows about National Dictionary.
Get out of town. Did it really?
Do you?
I do know about National.
Webster's knows.
Webster knows. Now, you may know some of the more famous Websters. Daniel, Noah Webster. Craig Webster, of course. But you don't know about Biffy Webster. And
Biffy?
Biffy Webster.
All right.
That's right. And if it wasn't for Biffy Webster, we wouldn't have a dictionary. And you can take that to the bank. You would not have a dictionary without Biffy Webster. Now, Biffy was born in 1828 and lived on the prairie in Oklahoma.
Sure.
Yeah. Had no formal education or training at all, but wanted to study science. And Biffy traveled to the big city of Tulsa and began to study science. And in the process of studying science, found out that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Did you know that?
No.
The mitochondria.
Sure.
In our cells, there's one thing that's the powerhouse. It's the mitochondria.
Yeah, I'd say.
It's the thing that really, the cell. And when he found that out, he was fascinated by the word mitochondria. He thought it was the coolest word he'd ever seen. So he tried to look it up in the dictionary. And the dictionary that he found, useless. Didn't have the word mitochondria. It was awful. Could it have been something other than a dictionary? Maybe. But Biffy decided at that point he was going to start Biffy Webster's Mitochondrial Dictionary. And so all of the words in his dictionary were some form of the word. They only used the letters in mitochondria. mitochondria. Those are the only letters he could use. It didn't sell a lot of copies, but people appreciated the effort from a small-town prairie boy in Oklahoma, and thus began National Dictionary Day. Thanks, Biffy.
National Dictionary Day was created in honor of Noah Webster's birthday. Noah was born October 16th, 1758. And the day emphasizes the importance of learning while using dictionary skills and increasing one's vocabulary. Webster is considered the father of the American dictionary. So shout out to Noah Webster and the mitochondria fans out there.
So many of them.
Yes.
Keeping it real.
So you, again, you're curious. Oh, okay. Dictionaries are fine, I guess, but take a whole day off. Dan, how would you encourage people to take the day off today?
Look, there are words that you don't know. There are words that I don't know. I try to learn new words each and every day. You can't do that if you're hard at work doing your job.
Nope.
You need a day to discover some new words. Every letter of the alphabet, find 5 words you don't know, learn them. That's going to take you all day. And then you got to use them in conversation. Yeah. It's even harder.
I've got an idea too.
I love it.
You know Scrabble?
Scrabble?
Play it.
Ooh.
Because Scrabble is using all of that dictionary knowledge you have. So I would say, you know what?
Scrabble?
Spend your morning. I always get caught up when I get like an X. Like, how do I use this X?
Yeah.
And I'm not good at thinking ahead. Plus words.
It's a both and.
There's a lot going against me in Scrabble. I would say spend the first part of the day learning 5 words, like you said.
Fair.
And then eat some lunch, come back after lunch
sounds good.
and play Scrabble. That's what I would say.
That's what I would say.
That's what I would say.
You're going to need the day regardless. You can't take Scrabble in a dictionary to work. That's not kind to your boss.
It's not kind to your boss. It's not kind to your moss either. Hey, we asked you yesterday. Oh!
Sully Beforals.
How do you spell that?
Beforals.
Can you spell it?
Beforls. Beforals.
Thank you, Beforals.
Sully.
What is a word you like to sneak into sentences to seem smart? Use them in a sentence if you don't mind. We're going to get to that in just a second, but first we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right here, back here on Take the Day Off. Pump fake.
But we're back.
Hey, happy back, everybody. Happy back. It's great to see you.
We're talking about words that we just utilize in sentences in order to make ourselves seem a little bit more puffed up than we normally
That's
would.
exactly right. That's exactly right. What would you say to you?
I don't know. I don't think that I'd ever do that, but I think other people would think that I'd do that. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some that I use on a regular basis.
You know, mine are not like big deals.
Yeah.
I like
3
to
syllables or more.
I like to use the word obtuse for fun.
Yeah,
I think it's a fun word to use.
It is a good one.
I've gone on and off throughout my life saying behoove. I used to say it to students a lot.
I say behoove, yeah.
That's a fun one.
I say mutually exclusive.
Yeah, you do say that.
I say diametrically opposed.
Yeah.
And then Hamilton came out, and that was in the song, and I was like, man, people are going to think I stole it from Hamilton. But I've been saying diametrically opposed for years.
Since it was cool.
Yeah. I say syllogism from time to time.
Syllogism?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
It's a comparison between two things. So a lot of people use improper syllogisms. It's like, because I don't...
All right, we asked you yesterday, what is a word that you like to sneak into sentences to seem smart? Got all sorts of good ones. Rena used exemplary, which I like. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a fun one.
My current curriculum covers a plethora of state standards, but both curriculum and plethora, boom. I think a plethora is so many that you can't count, so that would be an inaccurate use of the word plethora. Hillary. I'm that guy.
Tinder Daddy says, I don't do it to sound smart, but I do use the word flabbergasted at least once a day.
Wow, once a day.
Tinder Daddy
if he
was
gets to the end of the day?
flabbergasted to hear this sentence read during Take a Day Off.
Yeah,
Thank you, Tinder Daddy.
hyperbole is a big one. Hyperbole, the hyperbole that pours out, because she said of our current president's mouth is beyond measure. I dare you to use this one. I just did.
Yeah, and you're 100% correct. I would say, listen, we're not a political podcast,
No.
but if you want a lesson in hyperbole,
Watch the president.
watch the president.
I think even he would, like most people
Absolutely.
that were on his side would say that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Schmutz?
Schmutz,
Oh, like
yes.
you go.
Little schmutz on
it's Yiddish. When I was a teacher at a Catholic high school, I used it all the time because I knew I could stump the students and confuse them, and I wanted to increase their vocabulary. But please look around your desk and pick up the schmutz from the floor.
The schmutz from the, I don't know if I've ever, I don't know.
I don't know.
Alonzo says there are more of these than I can enumerate.
Oh,
Nicely done.
Gosh.
Alonzo and I are word friends for sure. He
Yeah,
gets it.
you know who would love this is Jonathan Shapiro.
He would.
He would love
Shapiro would be a
this.
big fan of this.
Unfathomable is a good one. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
Antithesis is a good one.
I say antithesis. I say unmitigated disaster
Yep.
quite a bit. I say
Yep.
that for sure.
Mally says, I'm from Alabama, so even speaking full sentences makes me seem smart.
Got him.
Copious, that's a fun one.
Copious is a good one.
I have a plethora of choice. Plethora is a one that a lot of people
People
use.
are going with plethora.
I think the whole point of today, though, Dan, is to these are a few people are even saying the same ones. So
Yeah.
even in regards to words that we use to sound smart, people do it too. So find some new ones.
Julie said surreptitious, and how does that not in Fergalicious, the song?
Oh yeah.
I'm surreptitious. My body stay vicious. Up in the gym. Surreptitious.
What's surreptitious mean?
That's a good question. What do you think it means?
Accoutrement. How do you say it?
Accoutrement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun one. What was it? Surreptitious?
Surreptitious, basically.
Okay, I got it. When you use a bit too much syrup on your pancakes.
It is not that at all. It's trying to do something like without avoiding notice. So like you're doing it to like try to, if you do something surreptitiously, you don't want to be noticed doing it.
You didn't want to be
Inconspicuous.
noticed. Okay. Yeah, that's a fun one. I like that a lot.
Surreptitious.
Oh,
Moves are
Amy, you know what?
inconspicuous, and if this was- Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Amy gets it. Using just the word whom. Whom. And instead of saying to whom are you speaking? To use that instead of who.
I'm sorry, that's just proper grammar.
It is, but most people don't do it. And so whenever you do it, people are like,
who's this
you're
guy?
the whom.
I've been made fun of numerous times for saying whom, and I've been right in saying it. I probably don't say it enough. Shannon says, this weekend I said disrupt the structural integrity, and my mom and sister lost their minds. I 100%, I would say structural integrity for sure. These are all words that I would use.
Those are all words that I would use. So I sound like, you know what? I need to meet your mom and sister because if that's impressive to them,
Maybe it was just a desire to make fun of her. Excuse me, structural integrity over here.
no one's ever impressed with my vocabulary. So I would like to meet the people that would be impressed, and that would give me a hard time because it never happens. We did it, everybody. We did it. Congratulations.
Another week in the books.
Another week in the books. And I think the best news is that the weekend's here, everybody.
The weekend's
Take
here.
that day off.
Take it
Start your
off.
weekend off right. Learn some words. Play some Scrabble. It's going to be a wonderful time.
Scrabble?
We're going to be back on Monday, and we're going to get real.
Real.
How would you evaluate your life?
Whoa.
We are getting hot and heavy.
We're all going to actually need to take the day off. For
We're
this.
going to get hot and heavy on a Monday. We're going to evaluate our lives, and it's going to get real here. Listen, it's not all apple crisp.
Sunshine and rainbows.
That's exactly right. Sometimes you got to
Donuts and
evaluate.
hot dogs and rubber
That's
duckies.
exactly right. We're going to take the day off today. We're going to be back on Monday. We'll see if we can't convince you to take another day off. Until then, we're going to leave with what is it?
Palahaku.
Oh, from our good friend Chris Palau. Find him on the social medias. Follow him. He's a great follow. We'll be back on Monday. Everybody have a great weekend.
That moment when life punches you right in the gut. But you get back up. Have a great day, everyone.
He's so true. He's
Oh
so true.
my gosh.
Because the
Every
amount of
time
times
he
I
talks.
have taken a tumble, and people have said, "Oh, good, he's down, and I pop right back up.
Tumbling,
I
bumbling,
pop
stumbling,
right
but
back
you
up.
pop
I
up.
pop right back up.
You never don't.
They call me Krista Papa.
Krista Papa Denise.
Yes, Krista Papa.
Krista Papa.
Some people it might think it's something else, but it's not. It's a Papa.
Papa. Krista.
Krista Papa. Krista Papa. Krista Papa out.